Hey Leo, how's it going? We're going to do a no contact tarot reading. I'm going to use the Animal Oriens tarot deck, and I figured since you guys love doing these no contact readings, but I don't do them enough, I would get one up for you this month, okay? So I didn't also get to these quick enough because I did just put up your yearly readings. Like every single month of the full 12 months of your love life is uploaded in that full year playlist. And that took me some time. It took me like 3 weeks to do those readings. Every zodiac sign got an hours long video. So now that that's all done, we can now get back to our regularly scheduled conversations like this. Love and financial readings, career readings. So here we go. Let's do it. No contact reading. Leos, you've got the Chariot in the reversal, and you've got the King of Cups in the reversal, plus the Seven of Wands in the reversal. This isn't looking good, I'll be quite frank with you so far, because let me explain. First and foremost, the Chariot card. When it's in the upright position, it is victory. When it's in the reversal, it is called the stumbling block. It's a chariot that's gone off the rails. Something is not triumphant and has become a fiasco. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a cool historical understanding because this Animal Oriens deck is based off of the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And so we're interpreting it with that traditional understanding. And on the original Chariot card is a prince, and on his shoulders is an ancient tool from thousands of years ago called the Urim and Thummim. In history, these were like a tool system that priests used to use, according to history, to speak with Jehovah, to speak with Yahweh, to speak of the God of the Old Testament. And I'm a Gnostic, so I'm not trying to get on the coat trails of Judeo-Christianity in a modern sense. I'm just telling you where the Urim and Thummim came from. Now, this device here, it was a device kind of like casting lots in history, which means you could ask a question and God would supposedly answer a yes or a no through these devices. Kind of like yes or no tarot card readings. I'm not even kidding. This is an ancient device that used to do the same thing. Yes for one thing, no for the other. And because that device existed on the picture of this card, the Chariot card becomes a very easy tool to be able to say, yes, you're going to hear from somebody, or no, you're not going to. And in the reversal position, the Chariot becomes that difficulty and that blockage that you're not going to end up hearing from your person reaching out to you. That doesn't mean you can't try and reach out to them, but according to this, them reaching out to you looks like it's blocked. The King of Cups card is also here in the reversal. I would much rather see the King of Cups card in the upright position, but whether it's in the upright or the reversal, it is a card of moody instability and somebody who's very guarded. They protect themselves. In fact, the Seven of Wands is here, which is an energy of protection to some degree as well. So this person seemingly is protecting themselves from being in a vulnerable state or protecting themselves from difficulty, which is preventing them from reaching out. I also want to say that historically, again, I love doing history lessons like I just did a moment ago in our readings. I'm a bit of a unique tarot reader. This is why people get private readings from me. I really do kind of expand out. And historically, the Hanged Man, the card of the Hanged Man, which is a card of being stuck, its legs were in the exact same shape as this King of Cups energy. I always look at that. I'm like, oh my gosh. And a lot of people don't know that the Hanged Man card, it actually has a secret file fought cross on it. If you don't know what that is I'm not even kidding. That is a German World War II certain figure that a lot of people hated. It's a picture of a certain symbol. And it shows up in the legs of the Hanged Man. And the symbol is actually here in this card. I don't know if the author understood that it was doing that. But I believe that every deck that's ever been created, the universe is working through a person to create a particular deck. So I kind of laugh at that a little bit because the King of Cups is so good at getting himself stuck into things, especially because he's guarded, emotionally very suspicious, that all of a sudden a symbol like that, that's so evident in World War II history, would show up on that particular card. Just a little bit of an intuitive story on that one. If you ever see the Hanged Man with his legs crossed, look at the way it goes. Down, up, over, right? Down, up, right? See what I'm saying? And then right up here. 1, 2, 3. You see? Can you see it? Dun, 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 dun. So it's crazy. Takes a little bit of training of the eye to see the symbolism that's subliminal in tarot, but there are so many subliminal meanings in tarot cards that the artist, especially this deck, not this one, but the Rider-Waite-Smith original deck, Pamela Coleman Smith, that she swooped in there. Hilarious. Now let's get to that Seven of Wands, though. We've dealt with someone who's very suspicious and very guarded. We've dealt with somebody who is roadblocked and does not know how to unstick themselves with the Chariot card. But let's talk about the Seven of Wands. What happens with the Seven of Wands is usually a depiction of a gentleman who's standing on top of the world, and below him are a bunch of people trying to attack them with their wands. And he's fighting them all off. It's a different creature, biology creature here on this depiction. But yeah, on the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it shows a person fighting off a big struggle. But he's winning when it's in the upright. When it's in the reversal, it denotes somebody who is getting overcome with anxiety, overcome with challenges. It's too difficult for them to remain on top of their shit, basically. And they fear a lack of embarrassment, and they fear risks and problems. And so when you've got these three combined, then it's almost like a little bit of a mind reader energy, like I would with my mind reader tarot deck. Sometimes people want me to do those in private readings and find out what a person is thinking about them. And it's kind of looking like that showing up in this deck. At the end of this reading, I was going to, if you got communication coming in, I was going to talk about what they want to communicate to you or what they're going to. But since this is showing up that they're not going to communicate, then what we're seeing is what they're thinking, but not speaking about. And in this case, again, this person is very guarded. This person fears embarrassments and fears anxiety. With the Chariot in the reversal, they do not see a way out of this situation. That doesn't mean they don't want to see a way out of this situation. It is the King of Cups, after all. That is a person who typically does care. They're just too guarded to get through it. But regardless of whether a person cares or not, if their anxiety and moodiness and inability to see how to get to an outcome overpowers how much they care, then the care goes right out the window because their anxiety is too high. Now, there is a common ground between the Seven of Wands and the King of Cups, at both of them when they're in the reversal. And the common ground is that one word, embarrassment. Because that, with two cards showing up, it makes me kind of think that for some of you, some kind of an embarrassment happened that caused a considerable loss. The King of Cups in the reversal, well, first off, I'll say in the upright, he's supposed to be a king that's very fair. And so in the reversal, he becomes a man who swindles and has a propensity towards being involved in a scandal. This isn't going to be necessarily for everybody, because some of you, maybe you just dealt with something that was embarrassing, or maybe they did something embarrassing. But for others of you, the embarrassment was that they swindled something. They got involved in a scandal. They embarrassed themselves. They could have done something absolutely horrendously stupid. And because it was such a scandal, because this is the card of considerable loss, they did something that was so poor in their choice and their choosing system that they do not know how to face that, and they are blocked because of that anxiety. For some of you, maybe somebody lost a bunch of money, or maybe they cheated. You know, maybe they made a decision that was really dumb, because this is that vibe. Let's be quite frank. Again, the Seven of Wands is a card of being overcome, not overcoming challenges, but being overcome. Somebody else or some situation was so large they couldn't handle it, right? So this weighs on them. This makes them very guarded. And because of that embarrassment in the way that they handled themselves, they are not likely to communicate. That puts the ball in your court, to be quite frank. If you want to communicate with them, you can. They do care with the King of Cups here, but they are kind of overly in their head. And again, like I said, it doesn't always necessarily matter how much somebody cares about you with the King of Cups energy. If their logical side is talking them out of things anyways, then that logical side becomes like a trump card to them in their life. So I'm going to leave you off with that, my dears. My absolute best wishes especially for those of you who dealt with embarrassments or anything of the sort in handling the situation. If you are interested in further awareness of how this could go, especially for those of you who are dealing with love concepts, because this could have been a friendship. You know, this no contact doesn't mean you're just, some of you are coming to this reading for things that are not relationships. Maybe you have a fight with a friend or something like that. But for those of you who are looking at it from a love perspective, if you do want an understanding, like I said, I do have your reading already up for the 12 months. They are uploaded and on the playlist for free, all 12 months for the entire year. If you go through each of the months, you can see which month is the good month in love. Do you guys come back together? You might see a certain month where you guys are fixing this stuff. But as of right now, there's a roadblock on it. And if you want a reading like this, instead of looking at the yearly reading, if you just want to ask like a personal reading, I've got 2 questions for $20. You can always get a hold of me. And the same day that you order one of those readings is the exact same day in the same 24 hours that I send you your answer back. I'm really quick with it. And we do video readings like this. And so, yeah, that's everything. I am going to go and do the Virgo reading next. And then I'm going to go to TikTok where I have some more of my other free videos. I will talk to you guys later. Ciao for now.